Hi, so today it's Sunday and I've come to the Olympic Park. You can see the Olympic Tower behind me because there's a cherry blossom. Normally you'd go to Japan for this, as we all know, the beautiful, beautiful cherry blossom you can see this time of year. But we have quite a few trees here in Munich which were planted, especially in the Olympic Park here. We had the Olympics in Munich in 1972 and the Japanese, the city of Sapporo, I think I pronounced that correctly, they donated some trees. So these trees are almost 53 years old and we're going to go see them, check them out, okay? And I'm here with my little boy today. He's running around and he's brought his little polystyrene plane as well. So let's see if we can have a chance to play with that. You can see him running around in the background. He's really bored. It's a gorgeous day, it's so sunny. It's very cold. Don't let the sun deceive you, it's only about 3 or 4 degrees. So I'm snuggled up in my scarf. But I do have a pink top on with some white blossom. But it's got some birds, picture my chest. I do have a pink top on and I do have my pink trainers on. So that's the only pink things I could find. Apparently people do lots of pink. And there's also a half marathon going on in the background. So lots going on. Typical Munich, where there's always something going on. You can always find free stuff to do everywhere. So let's go check it out. We've actually come across the first ones just here. Interesting how there are many Japanese people as well. Look how beautiful they are. There's someone else filming. The skate park in the background. It's actually a beautiful place for a picnic if it was warmer. But then sadly everything is ruined a little bit by the rubbish here. That's what I mean, look at the rubbish. That'll be from yesterday. Germany's normally very good with collecting rubbish, but when people come to party at night, let's call them the youth, they don't tend to tidy up. I mean, they did, fair game, they did put everything near the bins, just there weren't enough bins to put all the rubbish in. And here we've got beach volleyball, and that's the Olympic Centre. That's where all the Olympics took part. The stadium used to be there, well it still is, but it's not used for football anymore. That's the Allianz Arena they built many years ago. And the rest is, they've still got a swimming pool, skating rink, things like that. Yeah, so BMW is behind me there. That's the BMW World, not the museum. The museum is across the road, but BMW World just has lots of cars in it and restaurant and things. We had an event there many years ago when I worked for a different company, and it's kind of a cool building. They have lots of cars if you're into cars. Fortunately, I'm not massively into cars despite being in the industry, but that's the way it is. So let's head off towards the lake where I believe there are a lot more trees, which is also next to the Olympic Tower. So we'll check out the tower as well while we're there. Okay, so we had to have a quick break because my little guy tripped over a tree root and hurt his knee. But we're good again now. Now we're about to go over the bridge, over the big ring road, and this is the Olympic Tower. Very famous. You can usually get a lift to the top, and there's a revolving restaurant and also like a whole platform all the way around, but it's currently closed as far as I know. I think it's been closed since last May for refurbishment. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to be closed for. Should we keep going? So this is the Giant Road, and here's the BMW headquarters in the shape of a 4-stroke engine. We used to call it the roly-poly building when we lived here because it was roly-poly. Yeah, that's headquarters, and there's BMW World again. Next to it. And loads of people up there on the hill. That hill there, to the right of the tower, is called the Olympic Hill. And this is where people sit when their concert's going on in the stadium. For example, last year when Taylor Swift played here, it was absolutely chock full, and you get to listen to the concert for free. And it's actually a really cool location, especially in summer. And you get to listen to the music and hang out with the people. Yeah, I quite like this because the sun is just behind the stadium. Oh, not the stadium, the tower. We actually came here in 1999 to watch the eclipse. We weren't living in Germany then, and I came with my, who is now husband, boyfriend, met up with some Irish friends we knew, and we stood right next to here and we saw the eclipse. It was amazing. That was the last full eclipse we had in Europe, and that was here. And then we went to watch The Matrix that evening, which is when it first came out. Incredible.
What is that?
So we're here at the bit of the Olympic Stadium. Looks like there's another one of these exhibitions. I can't remember what it's called now in England, where this guy got dead bodies and stripped them down to the muscles. So it looks like do the rounds again. I know it's a German guy. I think he was a little bit odd, but I never went to see it because it's a bit creepy. But it's cool here. It's always very busy, especially on sunny days. So we can take a walk through here now. So this is all the inside bit, and there are often events going on here. The swimming pool I think is to the left, I'm not quite sure. But you often have events here in summer especially, and there is a bouncy castle by the looks of it, but that'll be from the half marathon because it's sponsored by Erdinger, and they often sponsor races and then give out a half-litre bottle of alcohol-free Weiss beer because it's isotonic and alcohol-free. So it's a really interesting design. That's the Olympiahalle. Okay, so that's the indoor place where you can go to concerts. It's about 10 or 20,000 people that fit in there. It's like an event arena. Yep, and this is a pool, I believe. I've got to open right. Yeah, it's always really interesting design. I've always quite liked it here. It doesn't even look that dated, even though it looks really dated. Sort of at the same time. How are you doing, Oski?
Good.
Yeah? How's your knee? Is it a bit better? Okay, let's take it slowly today. So here we are again. Almost next to the tower. It's a gorgeous blue sky. It's freezing. Like I said, don't let the sun deceive you, it's cold. Right here, you can see a little bit of cherry blossom ahead of us here. So we're heading down to the lake now. I don't know if there's going to be any more than we found before, but either way we're going to find somewhere nice to sit. We're going to have a picnic so my little guy can rest his little knees, and we're just going to observe the world. And there's still a bit of a race going on. It's a half marathon, and it's busier because of that, I think, but also because it's such a nice sunny day. Early spring is always such a lovely time. I love it. I'm so glad we come out. So you can do ducks on the lake. That's the Olympic Lake, and again you've got BMW headquarters over there. But yeah, so it's been 53 years this year since the Olympics, which were quite a big thing. The whole underground was built for the Olympics, so a lot of money was invested, and Munich is still profiting from that. Well, not profiting, the infrastructure is still good because of it. They've obviously extended the underground quite a long way since then. So they've extended the underground quite a lot since then. Lots more stops, but it's cool. The infrastructure is good. Oh look, let's turn around. Have a look here. Here's the cinema, open air cinema. They run that every summer, so they're building it all up. They have so much going on, and there are people on the hill up there. Loads of people. I'm not quite sure what they're doing there. So we're going to have a look if we can actually walk up there. If your knees are okay, see how far we can walk. So we're here just by the lake, and they have the bit of a walk of fame here. Got Santana. We have someone I don't know here called Blackie Fuchsberger, James Blunt. I should know him. 2014. And who else we have? Eddie Merckx, who had his own Snoop Dogg. Let's walk up. They must be wherever they play here. At the stadium, they used to play all the Halle, the indoor stadium basically. We've got Pink here. There we go. And Chris Ria. Chris is Ria, my friend Sophie calls him. You see Domenico and Langren, there you go, the pianist Langren. My brother toured with him once. My brother's musician, who else is here? Rod Stewart. Some Brian Adams. And some Sims the 6th. That was my birthday. It was here my birthday, 2007. Look at that. Lenny Kravitz. Love Revolution. Who else do we have? Can't read this. Andrea Berg, don't know who that is. Helena Fischer, she's quite a famous German singer, I think. There's some geese. Aerosmith. Wow, big famous band though, Oski. The Scorpions, still massive in Germany. The Kelly family. Funny, they're massive in Germany as well. Family of Irish people, a whole family of like 10 of them or something. Simply Red, Nickelback, gosh, Kiss. How old is this? 2008. Fantastic Sophia, a German rap band. They're very cool. So, that's great. Let's keep going. Oh, look at the fish. Look at the carp in this lake. You can always tell how healthy the water in the lake is. Other wildlife in it, despite what looks like quite a lot of rubbish. It's actually quite lovely. So here we are, the Munich Olympic Walk of Stars. So here it lists everyone who's actually over there. So I'm just going to scrub slowly. Kind of cool. There's Ozzy Osbourne, obviously. There's Kylie. Don't recognise that many. There's Becca. Kiss. Yeah, there's Alice Cooper. Oh, maybe Alice Cooper's one of them. Bon Jovi. So many. Someone's got a cat with them in this buggy. Yeah.
Oh, did you see the dogs?
Yeah, see the little cat?
It looks like they're playing
Actually, we'd take a cat to the lake. Also, a big supporter of having cats on leashes. I mean, our cat would be able to go out wherever he wanted to, but then again, my cat's dead, so there you go. And here we have with these locks that people put on. It's become quite a global phenomenon. You put your initials on or write your name or have them engraved, and then you tie them to bridges. Another one, Frankfurt, gets so full and so heavy that every couple of years they have to chop them all off because otherwise the bridge is going to collapse under the weight of all the locks. So not that many here. I've seen bridges absolutely chock full of them. There you go, there's one. Look at that. Raluca and Bubu. Alright, we've made it across a little bridge, and here you can see all those cherry blossom trees are beautiful. Also lots of people around them, so let's take a walk up there. Shall we go, Oski?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so we made it. This is so beautiful. So many people who, like us, have come to see the cherry blossom. Wow, and the shadows made by the trees and the branches are so beautiful. These are lovely. Strange, I've been here 21 years, I had no idea these were here. There's also another park, there's a few other places in Munich, but this is the majority of them. They're so lovely, wow. And look at the gentle petals falling down as well. How stunning. Wow, so we're underneath, look how beautiful these are. I feel like we're under a canopy of beautiful, beautiful blossoms. It's strange because I expect them to be a little bit pinker. They're actually almost white with a very slight dusting of pink. But the trees are lovely. Gosh. How beautiful. What a beautiful way to spend a Sunday. I think we should have a picnic under here. What do you think, Oski? Should we have our picnic? So cute. Okay, so we had our picnic, and it's great. You have Japanese ladies, got some of them here wearing dienders. So they're combining both cultures. It's a really nice atmosphere. There's a playground here, lots of kids. Cool. Should check it out. The blossoms falling with the wind. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a blossom all flying towards us. Oh, it's beautiful. I can't even believe, or I can't even imagine to think how beautiful it is in Japan. Just dozens and dozens of these trees lining these beautiful streets. So look at this behind me. So with the sun reflecting off my forehead. People have just been shaking some of the trees to get the blossom to blow, but actually you don't need to do it because the wind's already doing that. It's obviously a huge popular place to come. It's kind of cool, you know? I love this. I love doing free stuff in the city. I don't do enough of it. We spend too much time at home doing things, getting on with everyday lives. But the sun is beautiful. So we're going to head off and go back down to the lake. So we have to walk back down to the tower, that one, and around the other side. Go to the U-Bahn and get the train back. And I've parked at one of the stations further out. So easy peasy. I'll see if I can get some more footage of the cherry blossom because it's so lovely and it's so short-lived. It's like between 10 and 14 days. And that's it. And we're here right in the middle. We're so lucky. Lucky, lucky. And it's sunny. See the trees behind me there? There they are. We're just leaving now. The sun's all reflecting. Didn't expect it to be so warm. It's beautiful. Well, the air's still cold, but it's so nice. There are actually a lot of Japanese people here. Obviously, you'd expect that. And they've all dressed up. There are some looked like YouTubers or influencers or something with their little phone stands. One of them fell onto my little boy, unfortunately, but he wasn't hurt. So he fell and hurt his knee and had a phone whack him on the head. Poor boy. He's now running around with his little polystyrene plane. And we had a nice time, we had a picnic, and it's just really nice to see people just being all gentle and respectful as well to the trees and not grabbing a bunch of blossom like a small child who was with me, who now has a few little flowers in his pocket. So that wasn't intentional. So sorry to the trees and sorry to everyone else, but it's beautiful. It's a really calm day. We're gonna head back again now, walk through here, walk through the hills. Actually, fun fact, the hills here, it's very hilly all around the Olympic Park. So as I said before, it was all built in 1972, the Olympics. Obviously it took a few years before that, but all the hilly bits are actually made of the rubble from World War II. They dumped all the rubble here because it was a non-use place. I don't think it was used for anything. I guess BMW was here, factories and things, and it eventually just became overgrown, and they're now the little hills that everyone walks on. But it's actually a memory to the Second World War, when unfortunately the city was pretty destroyed, and now it's used by anyone and everyone and it's a place of celebration and beauty and peace and picnics and playgrounds.